Hi Leo, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your weekly tarot check for the week of June 7th through June 14th. Isn't that crazy? I want to thank everyone for watching the readings and subscribing, liking, commenting. I really appreciate all your sweet comments, and especially those that are about readings resonating with you. Sometimes YouTube is kind of funny though. It sends me emails when I get new comments some of the time, but not all the time. So I'll get a comment, I'll go to reply to it, and I'll realize there are like 6 or 7 comments hanging out there that I've never seen before. So I'm still kind of learning how to manage all this, so bear with me. I appreciate the grace though as we go along here. It really just lets me focus on the readings because that's why I'm here. So anyway, and if you're new, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. If you tap the bell, you'll be notified when new videos are posted, but it's generally about every week. So I do weeklies, monthly, mid-month, and then I've got a Love Tarot reading that I publish on the first Friday of the month, but I think I'm going to move that to Thursday. Okay, so just so you're aware of that. And here we go. What is the guidance here, please, for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Leo. What's the guidance for Leo this week? All right, here we go. All right, let's see what is going on here for Leo. And we go day by day on the weekly reading. So we start off here with the Lovers on Sunday. On Monday, you've got the Tower. Tuesday, you have the Seven of Wands. And I'm just going to move this. I realized I changed this runner around as I'm doing this. I apologize. And this is not how I like it because it's lumpy. But I'll just do the reading because we're already into it. So anyway, on Wednesday here, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Thursday, you have the Three of Pentacles. Friday, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Saturday, you have the Five of Pentacles. And then Sunday, you have the Eight of Cups. Okay, very interesting reading. You definitely have some kind of decision here about moving forward. You've got Gemini in this. You've certainly got Earth very strongly represented. So it feels like a situation with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn to me. But I definitely think you may have to walk away from something. So you begin here with the Lovers. Now, some of you, it may be something to do with work. It definitely feels money related and work related. But I will tell you this. It feels like you're moving away from one situation, but you're moving towards something else. And really that's what we want to do, because whenever we leave something, we bring it with us. But when we're walking towards something else, we can start anew there and bring in fresh, new energy. And I definitely feel like that's what it is. But the people that you're disconnecting from are going to be unhappy about this, okay? So I don't feel like it's you being left out. I feel like it's somebody else. But it's definitely represented here. So you're going to have a choice to make. And the energy begins on Sunday. It certainly, again, could be work-related, where some of you are going to be... you might be involved in somebody else's restructuring, where they're restructured right out of a company. And for some of you too, if you own a small business, you may have to let go of some employees here, where it's just not sustainable for them. But I definitely feel like you've got this energy on Sunday where you're very keenly aware of it. Again, this is Gemini energy. And this is not a negative card, but it does represent a choice. And I think as I look at this, you're going to have a very difficult decision to make. You're going to make it. I mean, that's not the case. The issue is not making the decision. It's kind of managing some strong emotions around it. It does feel like it's regarding money, but now for somebody else, I'm getting that you may actually end a relationship. And that is going to have some financial implications. I don't feel like it's you that needs money. It's the other person, and it's going to become... It's difficult. It's keeping you tied to something you don't belong in. Money is definitely an issue here for sure. But on Monday, you've got the Tower. And this is all about clearing out what isn't sustainable. It is truly about the universe bringing in things for you, getting rid of the old. But it's quick and sudden. And we've been in such a whirlwind anyway in the past 10 weeks that at this point, I feel like nothing is surprising, right? But I do feel like you make a very distinct ending here with somebody, and whether it's, like I said, whether it's work or a relationship where there's money involved, there's definitely an ending coming here. And I do feel like, though, so this is on Monday, where you've got this ending, and it's the universe does this so it ushers out things for you to bring in the new. So I definitely see where the new is coming in, but there's feelings around this. There's some I feel like some guilt around this. You have on Tuesday, you've got the of Wands, and sevens in the tarot are about victory. So again, this is where I feel like you are not going to be, and I use this word very loosely, victim. You're not going to be the victim in this. You're elevated to a higher platform, and it's like he's got these, people jabbing at him, and he's kind of just keeping down this crowd and keeping this crowd back with his wand. And that's what I kind of feel like you are going to do. You're going to have some feedback, some people that don't agree with this decision, and you're going to stay strong though in it, and you're going to move forward with it regardless of what other people say. I feel like you have a bigger vision of your life, and this decision is a milestone. There's a milestone happening here. Like I said, whether it's moving to a new job or ending something, either, like I said, a business or an intimate relationship. It definitely comes through more like business though for me when I look at this. Again, you have on Wednesday here, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, okay? And this is all about focusing in. You're focused, you're determined, you're moving forward regardless of what other people say. You have to kind of do it your own way in this case, and it's not to be insensitive to anyone else, but again, it's not a viable situation to continue. There's not really, even though this is about making a choice, there isn't really a choice. If you want to sustain yourself, you have to do this. So, you're definitely working hard. You are, again, you're staying afloat financially. There's not a problem with you and money. It's with you separating yourself and needing to be more independent and not take care of people as much financially. And really getting into organizing your finances, organizing business, organizing career. It's definitely a time of a sort of a single purpose. There's a singleness of purpose here with this. And I do feel like this energy it's fairly well contained to the week. I don't feel like it's something that this is going to last for months and months. I feel like it's a period that you have to go through though. So then you have on Thursday this Three of Pentacles, and I do feel like whoever you're joining with, there's definitely great collaboration here, and it's going to be a real sense of relief because there's people that can see things like you do, and they definitely understand you, and they get this whole situation and dynamic, and they're supportive, they're uplifters, they're all working towards the same purpose. So for some of you, it may have been some kind of a creative project too, where you had some extra people that just weren't necessary, but they weren't doing much either. And it was kind of like, we can't keep this going like this because it's just, it's costing us too much money to do this. So they're going to have to be cut out. But you've still got this core group, it may be you're working with a smaller number of people now. It certainly feels that way. So you have the Ten of Pentacles here on Friday, and this is the wealth card. It's harmony and wealth. This is really wealth for everyone, but again, I feel like in your case, there's definitely some dividedness here. There's some division this week going on, but you will feel the harmony. There's a cycle change here where I do feel like you're going to look back and realize that you had to do this, and it created a situation where you could move forward, and it was not at somebody else's expense, though. It was like the writing was on the wall here. It shouldn't have been a surprise, but I do feel like whoever these other people are, or person is, they are kind of living in la la land. They've got entitlement, I guess, is kind of what I'm getting to. There's some entitlement here where it's like they just expect to be able to be, employed without doing a whole lot of work, and and if it's a relationship, be in a relationship without bringing much financially to the table. there's this sort of this expectation here, and that's not going to work. It just isn't. But for you, I do feel like you're going to see a real increase in money in the next couple of weeks to months. There's definitely going to be a flow inward of money, but part of it is the money that's been coming in, you're just not going to have as much leaving. So it may not be a huge increase in money as much as it's a less, there's less debt going out. So you have on Saturday, you've got this 5. So you've got the 10, which is a conclusion, and then you've got a 5, which is a change. And I do feel like this is the other people around you where you're with, you're included in a group, and there's a division, and they're walking away. They're sad, but it's part of life. Pain happens in life, and suffering is optional. And so they can certainly choose to live in this, or they can choose to move forward and look for new opportunities. Because I've seen people where they've hated their jobs, and they finally get fired, and they're upset about it. And it's like, look, you bitched about that place every day. You hated it there. I mean, it wasn't good for your life force to continue on there. And I do feel like for them, they'll find what they're looking for, but it's going to be a while. It's going to be a process. And so on Sunday, we've got the 8 of Cups here. And again, I do feel like this is about moving up to higher ground and ascending. And it goes along with the 7 of Wands too, where you're elevated. And even though there might be some guilt associated with it, it's not necessarily your responsibility. I think it's your own softness and your own spirit wanting to help others, but it's okay to let go of it. It really is. It just wasn't something that could continue. And again, I do feel like you're going to be moving on, and you're going to see that this was the right thing to do. So we'll end with an Abraham Hicks card, and then I do have an oracle card for attracting love, because I do feel like the energy of this reading has a lot to do with money. So for those of you that like to have a little extra love guidance, we'll get to that in a minute. To receive what I want, I must not push against unwanted. This is an expanding universe, and all things must be allowed. In other words, for you to understand and experience what you desire, you must understand that which you do not desire. For in order to be able to choose and focus, both must be present and understood. So, it's like, Mother Teresa never went to rallies against anything. She went to rallies for things. And it's sort of the same thing, being aware of what you want and supporting things that you want. So this is an oracle card to attract more love, practice compassion, see things from a fresh perspective. So especially if you are feeling like you feel bad about a situation, kind of look at it and think, well, what, this person's being released. They're being liberated into what they could become, and that's good for them. So I love you so much, Leo, and I'll be back again soon.